country and around the world for the most fascinating stars. And I found them.
I'm Meghan Markle's brother. I'm the biggest brother of them all. Well, I told Prince Harry, I think she's going to ruin your life. She's very shallow.
Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. I'm Joseph Magi, author, playing card divination, and fortune-telling the Magi method. You can find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi method. Many thanks to the generous folks who buy me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. So, the big elephant in the room is my health, and I guess what I've been doing, it's just been like maybe 2 days that I've started eating again, that I've started to have some energy, and I think I was just kind of waiting for my energy levels to come back, and I think that's just ridiculous. That's not happening. I'm at like 5% of my normal energy. And so a good example of this is in 2015, I had catastrophic back failure. And I couldn't walk, and I went to the doctors, and I thought I was going to have surgery, and I was really worried. And thank goodness the doctor that I had, he was awful. He was like in the witness protection program. As soon as I saw him, he left and went to Israel, and there was no way to contact him by phone. I would go through the phone tree, and it would just hang up on me. I would try to send an email, and there was no way to send an email. This guy was awful. I mean, he was like some kind of a monster or something. And so because he was so awful, I'm like, well, I don't trust this guy to do surgery on my back. So I decided, through talking to the MRI guy, well, I'm going to have to rehab my back anyway. So in 2015, I started exercising every day, and I rehabbed my back, and my back is amazing now. And if you look at, if you go through the whatnot, anyway, if you go through the images of my back, everything is wrong with my back. Okay, all these people who had surgeries on their back, everything is frickin' wrong with my back. But my back is amazing. My back is amazing. I just moved. I lifted 7,000 pounds worth of crap. Hey, no problem. 2 different ways, and then picked it up 10 more times, inside the apartment, whatever, My back is amazing. I go to the gym. I lift weights, It's great. So I wanted to make the point about that. I have exercised every day since 2015, just my little bit of exercise on top of that, 20 push-ups, 130 sit-ups, some yoga, and sometimes I would do, different aerobic stuff. I would do like karate kicks or jump rope, some jump rope and get the heart rate going. But now I go to the gym and I run and stuff like that. And so I don't do the aerobic stuff so much. So for these 3 weeks, I had to stop my little workout that I have done every single day since 2015. That's 6.5 years. And I had the COVID before this. And it just took 3 days, and the third day was really bad. It attacked my lungs really bad. I had a high fever, and then it was over. And I literally never stopped doing my little workout, my everyday workout. Well, I just stopped doing my workout for 3 weeks. So today, I started it back. So anyway, I just have no energy, and I just think 4 weeks from now, I'm going to be lucky to have 50% of my normal energy. I don't know. So that's what's going on. I'm just drinking a lot of coffee and trying to get my energy back. All right, so let's get into this. I want to talk about the 2 Thomases. I started with the teaser for the big brother, Thomas Markle appearing on Big Brother Australia. Also, Caitlyn Jenner is going to be on there, which that's interesting. And she didn't appear on the teaser. But I think this is great that Thomas Markle Jr. is on Big Brother. I love that he's getting another chance. He had some terrible craziness with his ex-wife, and he ended up almost homeless, and then he ended up living with his mother. And he's like, if I didn't go live with my mother, I would be homeless. And so now he's having another chance. This is a really big deal for him. God bless the man. I'm really glad to see that he's getting this chance. And we want to talk about that a little bit. The other thing is Thomas Markle Sr. He, in an interview with Dan Wooten, he says, Meghan's a liar. But what's interesting about this is he blames Harry. He says Meghan was never a liar before she met Harry, which is pretty crazy. And I think, that's just a father really ignoring what his daughter does. But we'll take a look at that. And so also Thomas Markle sent birthday flowers, I wish you the best. I hope that life gets better. All that stuff. What happened with those flowers? Did she just toss those flowers out in the garbage? I mean, how cold-hearted is Meghan? So let's look at some of these things. The Thomas Markle, both the Thomas Markles never get very high views, but I like to do them. So Thomas admits that Meghan lied on the Oprah Winfrey interview. In particular, he says that obviously they were not married before the official ceremony. Okay, and that's what he points out as a lie. So does Thomas view Meghan as a liar? Okay, because he seems to be blaming Harry, which is just a convenient scapegoat. So does Thomas actually see Meghan as the liar? Magi. Yeah. Thomas calls Meghan a liar. Let's see what the cards want to say about this. For the world, Magi can be kind of deceptive, cup overflowing, very emotional, kind of telling the world what he feels the world should hear. So this is very shaped language, very shaped. He's shaping the reality that he wants the world to see. 23, 31, 8 clubs. He's not being completely honest about this. He's not being completely honest, especially the part about blaming Harry. Crossroads, speaking with a forked tongue, 2 or more ways. So he's not being completely honest, and he's shaping what he's telling the world. He's very aware that the world is listening. He's very aware of the conflict between him and Meghan, and that's why he's being too generous with Meghan. Mercury and Jacob's Ladder, ongoing communication. He's trying to keep the lines of communication open in the permanent relationship, the spine of the relationship, and he's trying to reconnect with Meghan. So that's interesting. Meghan is someone who I would care, in terms of being honest, an honest person, I would rate Meghan as an incredibly dishonest person. Incredibly dishonest person. On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the most dishonest, I would say she's like a 10. She is incredibly dishonest. She'll lie to you about coffee. Okay, and a good example of this is Harry was so beloved. The Queen was at the top of, England loves the Queen, and the next person was Harry. And the reason that Harry was so beloved, in my opinion, is because he was just such a genuine guy. Yes, he was a screw-up. Yes, he was a party boy. Yes, he wore the Nazi uniform. Yes, he played naked billiards. But he was just Harry. There wasn't a lot of guile. And a tremendous testimony to how dishonest Meghan is how poorly Harry is perceived now. Everybody's like, oh no, Harry was just this big liar. It was never true. I don't think that's true. I think Harry is a really genuine guy, and she's pushing all of it onto Harry. So what do we have here? Does Thomas really believe he did call Meghan a liar? He's just trying to keep the relationship. It's emotional speaking. He's very aware of the conflict, and he's not very honest. He's rather dishonest, like his own daughter. He's rather dishonest. He's not terribly honest, and he's just trying to get Meghan back. And he'll say whatever to get her to come back to him, to have that opportunity. Okay, so we have Thomas blaming Harry. Well, Meghan was never dishonest before Harry. Okay, and Harry's going to get nailed for everything. This is going to end in divorce. He's going to be blamed for leaving the royal family. She didn't want to go. He's going to be blamed for going to California so that Meghan could reconnect with all those Hollywood people. Really? Harry wasn't connected to all those Hollywood people. He's going to get blamed for everything. So does Thomas believe that Harry is really pushing Meghan's lies? Thomas and Harry. Thomas and Harry honest man keeping secrets on an ongoing basis. 12, 13, 25, 7 hearts. The sevens return forever. He is keeping her secrets. I actually think that Thomas needs to begin exposing Meghan's secrets, and the more pain is a tremendous motivator. I know this in my own life, and the more pain he causes her, the more likely she is to come to the table and stop torturing him. Harry, son, diamond ring, and fence sitter. 7, 8, 2 spades. He's not himself. 2 spades. He's reacting to circumstances. Thomas, this is Thomas's perception of Harry. Thomas doesn't see Harry as a liar, even though that's what he said. He believes that Harry is just simply reacting to circumstances and is not acting like himself. And interestingly, that is what the public is seeing as well. Thomas is just trying to reconnect to his daughter. Woman, hamster wheel. The woman is very far away. 10 and 12, 22. 6 diamonds out in the crowd. Olive tree, snake, and butterfly. Very difficult underlying situation in the family and transformation of this situation. 12, 18, 5 diamonds. Yeah, so Thomas is lying. Thomas doesn't see Harry as someone who is pushing Meghan's lies. He's being completely dishonest. Does Thomas intend to expose Meghan's dishonesty? Does Thomas intend to expose Meghan more? Okay, so we have Thomas Jr., and he is going to create some drama, and I love it. Maybe he'll let that happen. Is Thomas Sr. intending to expose more of Meghan's secrets? Because that's not his strategy at this point. No. No often means no. does Thomas Markle Sr., because he said he would go and do an interview every month until she came to the table, which he's not done. And he's still soft pedaling and still protecting her. I'm glad to see that he's called her a liar publicly. I think this is very powerful. So, is he planning to expose more of her secrets? No. Clever strategy, and as opportunity arises. 21, 25. No. He is still protecting her. What do we have here? Mercury, scapegoat, and Star of Bethlehem. Talking about casting her out, exposing her guilt, and he is keeping these secrets from the public. He has all the secrets, and he is not exposing her. 15, 24, 28, 34. 9 diamonds. Mercury. His strategy is to keep her secrets and to curry favor that way. That's his strategy. Yeah. His strategy is to curry Meghan's favor and to keep her secrets. I think that's a terrible strategy, and it doesn't seem to be working at all. And I think the right strategy is to bring the pain, Thomas. Bring the pain. So what did Meghan do with her father's roses and the beautiful note, I wish you all the best and good things in the future? Did she just toss out those roses? How cold-hearted is she? Or what are her emotions about these roses? What happened to these roses that Thomas sent for her birthday? What happened with these roses? Sun, exposure from the father, brought the father to mind. 13, 14, 24, 6 spades, bad relationship, hamster wheel. There's no hearts here. She was not affected in her heart. There's also no spades. There's an underlying spade. Okay. Meghan is not an emotional person. I think she comes off very emotionally, but she is not truly an emotional person. And she runs things based on strategy, which is a very dangerous person. Okay. And I think a lot of people who get divorced feel like this. How could this person act so viciously, so savagely after they said they loved me? And that is definitely how Meghan is. She's not feeling anything. She's not feeling anything. She's like, this decision is already made, and I'm not having anything to do with you. Cornucopia, everything, that direction is devastated, and everything associated with it is over, and she has to deal with each thing as it comes up. There's only 7 hearts and 9 hearts here. Again, she is just very overwhelmingly, it's like a blip on the screen for her. It doesn't affect her in any deep way. This decision is already made and affects everything. And that blip, she makes the new decision, the 4 clubs. Oh, this little decision, and that's it. And she forgets. It comes as a blip on the screen, and she forgets. It's really odd. It's really disturbing to see a human being act like that. There should be a deep emotional impact, which would be normal. Okay, so we have Thomas Markle Jr. on Big Brother, and he's saying, I told you, and he did this. He sent this open letter, and it was exhaustive, and we read it, and it was fascinating, and Thomas Markle Jr. was really scathing toward Meghan, and he told Harry that he should not marry his sister and that she would ruin his life. And now he's on Big Brother. And I'm overjoyed that he's on Big Brother. This is exactly the kind of thing that we need to see. And he will be pushed to make statements about Meghan. And this is also, the medium is the message. Okay. The fact that Thomas Markle Jr. is on Big Brother is creating news. It's creating a news stream that will be negative towards Meghan and create drama towards Meghan and Harry. And it's also a reflection that the news stream is a bit more negative towards Meghan and Harry. So how worried is Meghan about her brother Thomas appearing on Big Brother? And it's also interesting, it's in Australia. That's a Commonwealth nation. It is only this much removed from England. It's not in America. Okay, that's another market and a little bit more removed and maybe a stronghold for Meghan and Harry. So how is Meghan feeling about Thomas Markle Jr. appearing on Big Brother? Okay, lots of spades. The whole world is watching. Big roadblock, big problem 8 and 8, 16, 4 spades. She hates it. This is really, really, really bad for her. But of course, Meghan is also perfect. Meghan is an angel. She never does anything wrong. It's everyone else's fault. It's your fault that, Netflix is not working out for Harry and Meghan. And it's your fault that they haven't done any more Spotifys. I mean, for goodness sake, just create some content. I mean, I know what it's like to create content. You just have to get in, you have to put your Nikes on and just do it. Underneath, we have coffin and water into wine. Again, this is dragging up the secrets about everything. Thomas knows everything. And Sun and Mercury, now he has a platform. Very powerful. 16, 26, 30, 8 diamonds about everything. She's very worried. Thomas knows everything, okay? Thomas Markle Jr. is like a Samantha, and Samantha knows everything. I'm extremely disappointed in Samantha's book. It was too little. It was too late. She didn't tell us anything new. Somebody, if you're in Florida, go over there and slap Samantha and say, what the heck? Why didn't you give us some real content? Why didn't you get back up on? I mean, if you're too lazy to write a book, it's not easy to write a book. Most people don't have the self-discipline to write a book, which is why it took so ridiculously long for her to write that book. If you just don't have the discipline to write a book, then get on television and do interviews, make a YouTube channel and just talk, which is a different kind of medium. It also takes discipline. But some people do very well with podcasts. Other people do much better with writing a book, and they have the time and the peace to think it through. Different strokes for different folks. Meghan is very upset about this. This is just opening a whole can of worms. She's very, very concerned about this. And I think the tide is turning against Meghan and Harry. So let's review. Okay, number 1, Thomas says Meghan lied, but he blames Harry. He's being completely dishonest. He knows it's Meghan and he's protecting her. Then I looked at Thomas and Harry. Does Thomas really believe it's Harry? No. He actually believes that Harry is just reacting to circumstances and not acting like himself, which the public, that is what I see in the cards for the public as well. So I'm very hopeful that Harry can get out of this with just his hair and his clothes on fire when she finally divorces him, and he'll escape with just nothing, just singed hair. But at least he escapes, and he won't be completely destroyed like Prince Edward, King Edward. So Thomas doesn't believe his own words, and he's not terribly honest. Does Thomas Sr. intend to expose Meghan's secrets? No, he is protecting Meghan's secrets. So if she's older, if she's actually 44, if she has a child in New Mexico, he is protecting her. And for some strange reason, Samantha is not coming out with it. So let's hope that Thomas Markle Jr. comes out with it, and I would love it. Let's pray that Thomas Markle Jr. really starts dishing the dirt as needs to be dished. Okay, what happened with the roses and the good wishes for Meghan's birthday? Not a blip on the screen. Meghan doesn't feel anything, and I think that's very interesting to see how little emotion she has. Very disturbing. Thomas Markle Jr. on the Big Brother. How worried is she? She's very worried. Meghan is freaking out. Thomas Markle knows everything, and I hope he really starts dishing the dirt. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method, and I'll see you next time.